What can destroy marriages, cost you millions of dollars, and ruin your life, but also at the same time make you millions of dollars, help you grow a successful business or career, have an amazing relationship full of intimacy and connection, and help you live a kick-ass life? The answer is your beliefs. It's what goes on up here in your head. It's what you believe to be true. In this video, I'm going to share with you the top 4 limiting beliefs that driven men have. When you know these beliefs, you will have the awareness to be able to flip them and turn them around so that you can actually be more successful, which means better relationships, better health, and more wealth. So strap yourself in and see which one of these you are doing in your life. For those of you that don't know, my name is Toni Versic, and I help successful men grow their business or career without sacrificing the connection to their wife, their kids, or themselves. If you have a belief that doesn't serve you, aka it makes you feel negative emotions, thoughts, or feelings, it takes your power away, it makes you feel like you're not good enough, or you don't feel good when you experience that belief, then what you can do is something called a reframe. A reframe is when you take a belief and you shift the language and you shift the perspective on that belief. For example, the dishes are in the sink, you think my wife doesn't care, you choose a different story and you say, my wife must have been busy today. Your employee messes up at work and you think he's an idiot, he doesn't do anything right, and you reframe, consciously choosing another belief such as, that employee might be stressed, how can I help him become better? It's choosing different thoughts, it's choosing to reframe the story attached to beliefs. And it's just like going to the gym and putting in reps, the more reframing that you do, the better you get at it. That's exactly what we're gonna do with these 4 beliefs. So first we get to understand what beliefs actually are. Beliefs are your worldview. They are the way that you see the world, and your beliefs are going to be different to everyone else around you. These beliefs are dictated by your upbringing, by your parents, by trauma, by the past, by events, by all the things that have happened to you up until this very moment that has brought you here to where we are today. And these beliefs dictate your behaviors. Beliefs are feelings of nothing but absolute certainty that you believe is true. What that means is that if you believe in God, you are certain that that is true. Now, I could come along, and I'm not saying God doesn't exist, but I could come along and tell you all the science and the data and the reasons for why God's not real. But if you believe in God, you're going to politely say, Tony, I don't care. I've got a belief. Or you will say, Tony, fuck off. God is real. That's because that belief for you is true. And we create beliefs around business. We create beliefs around relationships and our partner, and these beliefs are simply just stories that we often do not question. For example, there's dishes in the sink. The belief or the story is my wife doesn't care, the house is a mess, she doesn't appreciate all the hard work that I do. As career-driven men, as busy men, as high performers, 4 of the worst beliefs can destroy us. And the first of these beliefs is, I need to be successful and provide for my family. We have been told for years that it's a man's job to make money and provide. So what do? We work hard, we grind, we hustle, and we sacrifice for our loved ones. That's a man's job. Put food on the table, buy the properties, buy the things, support your family. Now in this process, we sacrifice our health, we sacrifice our happiness, we sacrifice our hobbies. For years, I was growing the empowered man, and so many of our clients have done the same. Yet, I wouldn't have any fun. I stopped surfing, I stopped going out. All I would do was work. And then I was so exhausted from a work day that I couldn't give myself fully to my family. This belief destroys so many men. Now, I'm not saying that you don't work hard. I'm not saying that you don't provide for your family. I'm not saying that you don't grow a business or career. But if you're doing that with the belief that that's what it means to be a man, then you will bring yourself into a world of pain. Because as men, we are more stressed, depressed, overweight, anxious, and divorced than ever before. Why? We still work hard, we still grind for our families, because that's only one area, wealth. In life, there are 3 key areas: health, wealth, and relationships. If all your time goes into wealth to provide for your family, but you neglect your health and relationships, then at some point, there's going to be a convergence of these 3 areas because they impact one another. You can make a lot of money and provide for your family, but if your wife isn't feeling loved and she cheats on you, everything falls apart. You can grow a business or career, but if your wife isn't feeling appreciated and you're arguing every night, that's going to impact how you feel each day. You can grow a business or career, But if you're struggling with energy, libido, that's going to impact your wealth and your relationships. All these things are connected. So the first belief is I need to be successful and provide for my family. And this need means we're constantly chasing more money, more success, more power. And there's nothing wrong with that if it's not done at the expense of your health and relationships. To shift the belief, instead of saying I need to be successful, what we teach all of our clients to do is saying I want to be successful, I will be successful without sacrificing my relationships or my family or my personal happiness. The second belief ties perfectly into the first, and that is I need to work hard to be successful. The first belief is I need to be successful. The second belief is to be successful, I must work hard. I must put in time, I must put in effort, I must constantly be grinding. And this was me for years. If I wasn't pulling an 8 or 10 hour day, I felt like I didn't do enough, which is going to be a secret belief right at the end. So stick around for that because it's the most common belief men have. So you work hard, you grind, and you get to the end of the day and it's not enough. And it's this constant mounting. There's constantly things to do. You're constantly feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's like I need to do more, be more, achieve more, have more. And the belief is that working hard is the solution. But the problem with working hard is it causes burnout and it causes breakdown. Breakdown of your energy, breakdown of your body, breakdown of your mental health, and often breakdown of relationships. We all know someone who has worked themselves to the bone and either had a divorce or a partner leave or a physical or mental breakdown. We all know someone who has been stricken with cancer or a heart attack. This is because the body starts to break down because it's not designed to go, go, go all the time. The solution to this belief is understanding that if you're a hard worker, you get to shift that to I am a smart worker. At Empowered Man, what we teach our clients to do is instead of grinding and working hard, how can you achieve the same result working half the hours? Asking powerful questions such as, how can I make more money working less? How can I stop doing the things that don't serve me so that I have more time? How is the way that you break this belief. The belief is I need to work hard to be successful. The reframe is, how can I work smarter instead of working harder? And if you ask yourself this question, you're gonna realize that a lot of the shit you do each day is a waste of time, which comes into the third belief. The third belief that most driven men have is I'm too busy and I don't have enough time. I'm too busy and I don't have enough time. I'm gonna pop a video down below that you can watch on this exact same topic because you're right, you don't have enough time. At some point, touch wood, you're not gonna be here anymore. Every single day isn't promised. But as men, because we believe we need to be successful and we believe to be successful we need to work hard, we dedicate time, energy, and effort into growth, into expansion. This is why wars happen. Because as men, you don't see any woman going out and fucking having wars and killing people, right? As men, part of our DNA is to expand. Expansion is part of who we are. And this expansion means growth. It means personal growth, business growth, relationship growth. And when we're not expanding, we feel like we're dying. So we dedicate our time and our energy into business and growth and into providing for our family so that we can be successful. But that time means that we're sacrificing time in other areas. Have you ever had a long day and you don't feel like you have the energy for your family? Have you ever worked late and by the time you come home, your kids are asleep already? And then by the time you are with your family, you're there, but you're not really there because all your time has gone into providing. Now, this is the crazy part of this belief, is every single minute you spend growing and expanding is a minute that you don't have in the moment with your family and with yourself. So to shift this belief, again, we get to ask powerful questions, and instead of saying, I am too busy and I don't have enough time, reframing the belief to, how can I create more time? What can I delegate? What can I systemize? What can I stop doing each day so that I have more time? Reframing the language from I don't have enough time to I will make time. Because this is the reality. There are people out there who have more businesses and more wealth and more success than we do combined, but they have enough time. How is that possible? We all have 24 hours in a day, but some people spend it differently. And time is just like money. You spend it each day. Where is your time going? how can you make more time? When you say you don't have enough time, you're giving your power away. Now, I know this is difficult. I've got a daughter, I've got a wife, I've got 80 plus clients at the time of recording this. I'm also busy and I also feel like sometimes I don't have enough time. But in those moments, the reframe of the belief, because beliefs dictate actions, is how can I make time? I'm in control of my time, no one else is. Which leads us to the fourth and final belief. This one destroys more marriages, destroys more businesses, and destroys more happiness in men than any of the other beliefs combined. And that is the belief that I am not good enough. This was me for years. I could tell you that I was working hard for my family. I could tell you that I was doing this to provide for Talia and Rosie. But in reality, I was doing this because of my ego. My ego got in the way. I wanted to achieve as much as possible because I wanted to be successful. And I thought that success came from working hard. But working hard meant I had no time and I was constantly busy. And every time I achieved a goal financially or in the business, every time I bought a property, every time I provided for my family, instead of sitting there and going, wow, I'm proud of myself, I've achieved so much, and taking a chill pill and taking a break, I would move on to the next thing. I would move on to the next goal, to the next target, and we'd get 20 clients and I say, why don't we have 22? I'd run a live event and say, that was great, but we need more. And I wouldn't sit and smell the roses because I felt like it was never good enough. This is the story for so many driven men. It's never enough. It's never enough money. It's never enough success. It's never enough in all the key areas of our life. And the problem with this belief, and I'm sure you've experienced it before, if you've listened this far, this has resonated with you in some way. The problem with this belief is that we project it onto our loved ones. I would project it onto my wife, Rosie. She is nothing like me. She's not a driven business owner. She's an amazing, nurturing, loving mother. But when she wouldn't get things done as quickly as me, I felt like she wasn't good enough. When she wouldn't do things the same way as me, I felt like she wasn't good enough. And I would project this belief onto her. And it was my own belief of my own shit because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Deep down, when I took the mask off of the ego of a business owner and a successful guy and a career-driven man, I didn't feel good within myself. I wasn't confident. It was all a facade. It was a mask, but I couldn't show that weakness. And then I would project it onto my wife. And one of my biggest fears is projecting this onto my daughter, Talia. She's 8 months old at the time of recording this. We have clients we've worked with. One of the guys' names is Adrian, and his father did this to him for years. His father's a successful business owner, providing for his family, and he was constantly telling his son, you need to be better. You're not at your potential, you're not good enough. And that destroys a boy's ego, which means now Adrian is working hard, wanting to be successful, sacrificing his time, all because of this core belief. So how do we shift this belief? We come back to the moment and realize that where you are right now at this very moment is enough. You're allowed to want more and chase more and be successful and have that as a goal, but not thinking the entire time, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. Stopping multiple times a week and going, you know what? I'm doing my best. What have I achieved this week? What have I done instead of what haven't I done? And coming back to the moment and consciously choosing to be proud of yourself, consciously choosing to appreciate who you are, consciously choosing to appreciate what you are doing each day, and then projecting that onto your loved ones and seeing in your wife and in your kids and in your employees and your friends, seeing where they are good enough and practicing the reframe of this belief. Because ultimately you are enough exactly as you are today. And you can chase more and be more and do more without all the pressure and stress associated to that. And this belief changed my fucking life. Because now in 2022, when I'm recording this, it's taken me 30 years of life, but I can actually look in the mirror and go, you know what? You did what you could today. Do you want to do more? Yes. Do you want to be successful? Yes. Do you want to work hard? Yes. Do you feel like you have no time? Yes. However, you get to choose to be successful and you get to work smarter, not harder, and you get to make time for the things that matter while also being successful. And you get to realize that through all of that, Tony, Sam, John, whatever your name is, you are enough. And when you can think this way, life becomes fun and you enjoy the game. You enjoy the game of business, You enjoy the game of relationships, and every time there's a challenge in those areas, every time there's a negative thought, you remember these beliefs. You remember the things that dictate what you do and your actions, which is your beliefs. They dictate your behavior, and you start to change the way you think, you start to change the way you behave, you start to change the way you act, and you start to change the way you operate. And this is when you can be happy, patient, loving, and unfuckwithable. And this is the man your family deserves, but this is the man you deserve. So if you're struggling with the belief that you need to be successful to provide for your family, or if you just need to be successful, you need to have more, achieve more, be more, if you feel like you need to work hard all the time, if you feel like you have no time and you're constantly busy, and if you feel like it's never enough, you need more, you should have more, you have to have more, and you're not enough, then remember that these are simply beliefs. And beliefs are stories in your head, and you get to choose your beliefs. No one chooses them for you. So what beliefs are you going to choose today? Feel free to drop a comment down below and let me know if you can relate to any of these beliefs, especially the fourth one, I am not good enough. I hope this video helps. If there's anything else you need, drop a comment down below. And please give the video a like, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. We release videos like this every single week on how to take control of your mind, improve your business or career, reignite your relationships, and ultimately become a better man. Also, there's going to be a video up here that you can watch on how to control negative thoughts and feelings, and there's going to be a video down here that you can watch on how to take back control of your time and change the beliefs around being busy and not having enough time. Go and watch those videos, and I'll see you for the next one.